Yeah.
It's Tuesday afternoon, clock's moving slow. We got a spot where the good times go. Kick back, pull up, take a seat. Laughing so hard you forget the week. No script, no rules, just jokes on blast. Stories flying way too fast. If you're bored, well not no more. Cause here we go at 4 o'clock sharp. You hear that knock? That's the fun at the door. Tuesday at 4, yeah, we're hanging out. Got your belly skunky friends all around, talking nonsense, laughing loud. Best damn hang you're gonna find in town. Tuesday at 4.
The following show is being broadcast in front of a live Facebook and YouTube audience and is being brought to you by the Hippie Broadcasting Network, WTHC Radio, and Stoner Records. Now, here are your hosts, Dosa Gonjavelli and Little Skunky.
Yay!
Oh, Jeff's here. Welcome, Jeff. Yeah, I have an update on Dosa. We've seen there was a sighting. He says, we have an update on Dosa. Stormy Gonjavelli, our former fill-in weather guy, after filling in one time and immediately getting bullied about his voice, Gonjavelli apparently decided meteorology was not worth the emotional damage. He was last seen behind a gas station near Route 420, giving a weather report to 3 pigeons and a broken vending machine. Witnesses say he pointed at the sky and announced, "Cloudy today, mostly because you people hurt my feelings." Then he continued and packed up his borrowed weather map, returned half of a microphone, and disappeared into a suspicious patch of fog. At this time, it does not look like Gonjavelli will be returning to WTHC Radio. Honestly, we're not even sure if he knew he had a job. But if you say a sad yelling man yelling temperatures at birds, please tell him WTHC Radio still owes him 1 fill-in paycheck and a half a bag of Funyuns.
Come to bring our snacks back.
Where is Gonjavelli? Nobody knows. Will he
By
return?
Waldo.
Probably not. Was his forecast accurate? Also, probably not. That being said, welcome in and good afternoon, everybody. I'm so glad to have you all here. That being said, let's get this going.
What we got going on here?
Welcome to Stuffed and Uncensored on WTHC, the show where the people are stuffed.
Good talk.
Puppets are stuffed. The hosts may be toasted, but the conversation is always real. I am the hippie, and tonight I am joined by the incredible Bongwater Blue, Viva.
Whoops.
Crickets.
Super dog.
Crickets. Jeff and Mo. Welcome in, Jeff. Thank you for being here. Tonight, we're breaking down the possible move of cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 and what it was said during the DEA proceedings. Who was allowed to testify? Who was left out? And are patients, advocates, and legitimate cannabis businesses actually being represented, or are the same old cannabis critics helping write the new rules? This topic is serious because changing cannabis from one schedule to another means nothing if patients are still ignored and the regulations do more harm than good. Grab your lighter unless you lost it.
Well,
Nice and get comfortable, and please subscribe and share this show out with everybody you know, advocates and cannabis supporters, everybody. This is Stuffed Uncensored for patients by patients. Now let's get this shit started. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hi, Jeffrey.
Hey, how are you today?
Good. Blue, I see you have a question already. He said he did.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, so if we're talking about rescheduling, right? Not descheduling.
Yeah, so we're the hearings that had just concluded here recently were about rescheduling. I think there's talk about potentially a bill in the United States Congress about descheduling, but right now we're on the path of rescheduling from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3.
Now, that is only medical marijuana, right? It doesn't include recreational, is what I understand.
Can I ask you to calm down over there, big guy? You're screaming.
I'm not.
Okay.
That's kind of what I understand as well, and I'm okay with the scream. It's like it's an exciting subject.
Oh, it is an exciting subject. Go ahead, scream, my friend.
I'm not screaming.
No, you seemed a little riled up, like you're excited about it. I like it. I like.
I was.
Enthusiasm. I like your enthusiasm, man. The fact that you did a little research. Thank you. That was amazing.
Yeah, but dude, it doesn't. What I researched, descheduling does nothing for us, other than gives it more opportunity for medical research.
Well, when we posted this up, I got thousands and thousands of questions came in. Our good friend Fancy Pants is here. Hello, Miss Fancy Pants. So glad you're doing the show today, y'all. It is so important to know how this stuff works. I agree, and thank you for your comment. All right, I got a lot of questions. A lot of people around the country. This is from Linda Chavez, Albuquerque, New Mexico. How can the government claim to understand medical cannabis without hearing directly from enough patients who use it every day, Jeff?
I'm Moonchild.
So that was kind of one of the problematic things in these hearings is that I believe what I saw that there was only 7 people that were selected to be heard from, and all of them were opposition to cannabis overall. I know that there was witnesses there that were going in and taking notes and recording what was happening during these meetings, but overall, I believe it was possibly just attorneys, advocacy groups, administrations. I think one of them was like the Tennessee Bureau of Narcotics or something like that. I'd have to go back and look at who exactly it was again, but there was a bunch of people.
That's seven people.
Yeah, that's all they got through, and basically they were people that were seemingly kind of opposed to cannabis overall. But I think that the positive thing that came out of this was that the DEA was like, well, we are rescheduling, and we need rules in order to do this, and we want to know, what people's thoughts are to this. So it was a little bit contradictory,
Gotcha. Jessica Reynolds from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Another one of my friends from up here. Huh? Why were organizations known for opposing cannabis given time to testify while patients who depend on cannabis medicine were not equally represented?
That's kind of our question to this overall. Like, we don't know why there wasn't a better balance of comments and maybe like studies or considerations to be made to these rules. We're really not sure why it was just stacked with opposing.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah, go for it.
Blue, turn your hearing aid down or something, man. I can hear your TV all the way over here. Thank you, buddy.
Right on.
I don't hear it now.
I don't hear it. It's better. Well, I didn't think it was you because you're in your work office, and he's got the hair in his ears and it's getting long.
It's in my eyes.
It's in your eyes too. Fuck Sam. Okay, he said it again, Bleezy. I don't know who Sam is. Is the Sam we're talking about? I think I'm talking about. Anyway, where were we? Why were the organizations known for opposing cannabis given time? You said this?
Yeah. So, like we said, we're not sure why it was stacked with people from the opposition, but that's just how it was. As far as I understood, it was just it was also kind of like a little bit of a legal proceeding where people were presenting their cases, and I think.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're telling me the government was doing illegal things?
I don't know if they were doing illegal things, but
Hell,
they
we're doing really illegal things.
yeah, they the DEA specifically said that they were working on rescheduling and that they weren't going to have this discussion of whether medical cannabis should be rescheduled or not. They said it is going to be rescheduled. We want to know your thoughts on like any particular harm or studies, things that have been determined already by these different agencies and the groups that they did pick to speak.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out like what is the result of all of this, and why wasn't there a better balance in these rescheduling hearings overall?
Tell us who Sam is, Bleezy says.
Man,
You're not gonna.
What?
I'm sorry,
I said, Bleezy said, tell us who Sam is.
Sam?
yeah.
Jeff, tell us who Sam is. He said, fuck
Now
you.
I want to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah,
able to access the comments and things today.
Not
So
our uncle, is it? Anyway,
Not my uncle.
Marcus Hill, Atlanta, Georgia. Who actually decides which organizations are qualified to participate and what standards were used to make those selections?
so from my understanding of this, it was that the DEA actually picked who was able to speak at this hearing. I believe that back in 2004, when there was initially supposed to be the scheduling hearing, there were certain people that signed up. I don't know if they picked the people from 2004. I don't know if they picked people that had signed up again when they put a new notice for these hearings to occur. But
Well, we have no real knowledge of who they picked, so it could be seven, like you said, seven people who oppose the whole thing.
Well, we could find out if somebody would search it right quick. I thought I saw it in my homework from today, but I can't seem to find it in here anywhere.
Yeah, so I've been listening to some of the hearing like the commentary from it, because they didn't allow recording or video inside of the hearings at all. Like people had to transcribe it. The people that were witnesses had to transcribe it and talk to media people. So we're kind of getting it secondhand in that way. But yeah, we're really just unsure why they picked the people they did and how we came about it in the way we did, or what the result is going to be of this overall. Like we just really don't know at this point.
Fancy Pants said she'll look it up. What was the exact question? I have no idea.
Who was picked to?
Who decides which organizations are qualified to participate and what standards were used to make those selections?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I found that earlier on the DEA website.
Yeah, I thought I saw it too.
And I can't
find it now. Some bitch.
Oh, smart approaches to marijuana.
It did me no good to research, did it?
Sam, yeah. Okay.
Zero. Sam?
It's for money. Yeah, a lot of them. Linda Chavez, Albuquerque, New Mexico. How can government claim to understand medical cannabis without hearing directly from patients who did we do that one already?
Yeah.
No.
Just
Brian Keller, Boise, Idaho. Should states that oppose cannabis be allowed to influence federal policy for states where voters overwhelmingly supported medical or adult use programs?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think my thoughts on this are that, like, since more than half of the states have some kind of either medical or recreational programs overall, that over half the states have a program in place already. Like it is already a thing. I'm sure more states are gonna come to and like have available cannabis available to them as well. So it'd make more sense for people to kind of get on board with, hey, this is a thing. We should make rules that make sense to keep everybody safe, regardless if we agree with it or not. And just make sure that we're all moving in the right direction. If we keep on fighting over how we should be regulating cannabis or what the safety levels are should be, who should be prescribed, if we're still fighting over like the fundamentals, then we're just causing more damage to the overall program and safety and ensuring patient safety overall.
Idaho will be one of the last states to get with the program, you guys in Idaho. Step up. Contact your local normal. Start making a move. Do something about it. Speak up over there for your rights. They shouldn't be allowed to hold it over your head like this.
What'd you say?
What?
Where?
Idaho.
You cut out.
Sorry. Idaho. Robert Thompson from Nashville, Tennessee. Where were any small cannabis businesses invited to explain what federal regulations could mean for their employees and or customers?
Yeah, once again, it's just it seemed people that weren't necessarily advocates that were presenting certain information. Like, I do recall that one of the direct hearings that I heard, or one of the clips that I did hear, was from a scientist that was talking about whether it was like this 2-factor or 5-factor determination on the maybe safety or efficacy of cannabis. I'm trying to remember which one it was on this, but they were basically just saying that I believe they were saying that there wasn't really any medical benefit that they could see in it, and that cannabis as it was would not pass like standard drugs as they are introduced into the market today. But I mean, cannabis has been around for a long time. Cannabis is kind of similar to kind of like aspirin, how aspirin used to come from like willow bark, and it was an older medicine that's been around for a long time. It's one of those things that it was just adapted into the market. It wasn't like somebody came up with something new and presented it that way. And I think that's kind of the take they need to look at it.
Our friend Fancy says, interestingly enough, there is no clear information about who does what, how it is decided, or whatnot. It keeps referring back to the DEA, FDA, USDA, and whether or not each state can create addiction-related policies based on. It doesn't say. It's nuts. I can find more info on a cigarette than this. That's the sad part. That's why we're here.
Right.
Because people need to know, and they don't. They tried to say cannabis only checked 2 of the 5 boxes pertaining to medical purposes. That's fucking crazy.
Well, the other part to it was, though, they determined that there was like 3 conditions that cannabis did qualify for as well, though, which was that was good. I think they were talking about its use for anorexia, for nausea, and
I heard
also
anxiety.
for pain as well.
Wasn't anxiety up on there somewhere?
No, it was just pain management, anorexia, and nausea. Those are the 3. Those are the 3 that they found from this hearing. But instead of just having one, like now there's 3 qualifying conditions. Like one of those 3, you could have it prescribed, hopefully by a physician at some point for those particular.
Our friend Mo has joined us. Welcome, Mo.
Hey,
how
you guys
doing? How you
How you
doing?
No, let's get out of here.
How you doing, huh?
How you doing? Where are we heading today? We're going to make some pickups.
I'm heading back to Oklahoma City.
Oh, we're done already. All
Heading
right.
back to the lab.
But
Yeah.
drive safely. Be careful. Thank you for joining us. Please chime in
Right back.
accordingly.
Thank you.
Denise Walker. Let me make sure. Denise Walker from Detroit, Michigan. Why weren't more nurses, caregivers, did we do this one? Cannabis physicians and medical researchers included in the proceedings?
Yeah, so this is still kind of on that same topic of like, we're really not sure why there were not more people that were actually involved in this, but I'm assuming because they thought that there was going to be a lot of debate on this. I did find the list of these 7 people that were listed, and
Oh, good.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not really sure. I'm not really sure if any of these people actually represent patients overall.
Makes sense.
the number 5 on here, it says victims' voices. So I'm not, I don't know if they're trying to say that it's that cannabis caused them some kind of like detrimental effects or such, but I'm still waiting to get more information on some of these hearings to figure out like what some of these people were testifying for and against.
Welcome in, Big Frank. Big Frank's here, everybody. Welcome in. What's up, Mo? Is I think what Bleasy meant. He said, "What's Mo?" I don't know.
Yo,
Nice.
yo,
Anyway.
Bleezy.
How are you? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is a big one. We're talking rescheduling. We have our friend Robert Thompson from Nashville, Tennessee. Where were any small cannabis businesses? Did we do that one? You mean for their employees and customers? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right. Did the selection process favor large organizations with attorneys and political connections over ordinary patients and advocates? From Kayla Morgan in Portland, Oregon. Welcome in, Anthony Smith. How are you, sir?
Yeah, so I'll just kind of read off the list of these 7 since it's pretty quick, and I don't know where all these people fall in this, except for, like I said, all we heard was that they were basically opposition groups that were giving testimony. So we have the National Drug and Alcohol Screening Association, we have the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, we have Smart Approaches to Marijuana, we have the states of Nebraska, Idaho, Indiana, and Louisiana. We have DUID Victims' Voices. There's Kenneth Fenn, MD, and Philip A. Drum, PharmD. So,
my goodness, that sounds like a group of haters.
I mean, yeah, if they were opposition groups, then that was kind of what they were given, like
Karens and Kens of all of them. I heard. I heard Karen this one and Ken that one.
okay.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, moving on. Anthony Russo from Newark, New Jersey. How you doing? If the final decision affects millions of patients, shouldn't patients make up the major part of the testimony?
Yeah, that's what we think. So I would I guess at this point I would probably encourage people to ask what the decisions of the DEA are, and probably even write them in and talk about how there wasn't equal representation for people that are pro cannabis. Like, even though the DEA is definitely still pushing forward with cannabis rescheduling, like we're still curious, like what kind of laws are going to come out of here?
Yeah, there's a plan behind there. There's a plan behind their plan, or whatever you would say.
The rough thing is money always talks, and how do you know that even if there was patient advocacy, if the patients aren't being paid by certain special interests as well? This is the rough thing about everything, is that even voices can be bought. So obviously, if politician voices can be bought, then couldn't patient advocates' voices be bought?
Speaking of voices being bought, hippiebuttons.com. Check it out, hippiebuttons.com. Sorry.
No,
They pay me to do,
I think that's the thing with all the research and the studies. They need to be done in laboratories and need to be done in facilities that are willing to be fully transparent. I mean, that's the problem with literally nationwide, worldwide, with how research is conducted, is how do you know like that data is genuine and real? I mean, Jeff dealt with that in pharma and doing biosensors, where he would do R&D projects for years and years, and his first assumption when he was trying to recreate certain experiments would be that his first assumption was he did something wrong, but then he realized a lot of these experiments or a lot of these papers or studies weren't actually reproducible. So I think, how many of the ones that you did were actually reproducible, Jeff?
Less than 1%.
The beautiful Aviva, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Hey, Aviva.
Glad you could join us. Yeah, so I got lost.
I mean, with stuff not being able to be reproducible on data, it's hard to know who has vested interest on what data they are putting out, unless they're willing to be fully transparent on how any of the studies are conducted and how things are done. The science should not be proprietary. Proprietary science is just a big mask, in my opinion, and an excuse for people to invest in interest to cloak what the research says, to I mean, Jeff would deal with that as well, where he would be doing research on something, but because some company paid for the research, he wasn't allowed to actually communicate what he thought that the experiment showed. So this is kind of the whole thing where money that finances the research, unless it's crowdsourced, crowdfunded, and then it's also done in laboratories or research facilities that are willing to be fully transparent and be accountable not only to the other scientists in the industry, but also to the patients, also to like the regulators. And that's kind of why for us, why we live stream, like we're trying to be accountable to the patients,
Right.
We're trying to be accountable to the businesses, we're trying to be accountable to the regulators, we're trying to be accountable to everybody and be like, this is what it is.
You're not trying, you are.
You are
being accountable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nobody else is following you in your footsteps, and they should be.
Right.
Moving on, Anthony. No, we did Anthony. Sheila Brooks from Jackson, Mississippi. Was there any effort to include people from communities that were harmed most by cannabis prohibition?
Yeah, I think maybe on the backside of that, I'm trying to figure out what this one group is called DUID, Victims' Voices. I don't think that
I would say DUI, so driving under the influence, individual, something like that, so it's like a advocacy group against people who drive under the influence, probably of some sort of marijuana or anything like that.
Probably DUI drugs.
So I just pulled up the site, and it basically says it's the voices of the marijuana lobby, law enforcement professionals, forensic toxicologists, and basically they represent the interest of victims of drugged driving. So
Our
probably not
friend
possible.
Ronnie from Oklahoma says, in Oklahoma, the patient's voice is not even represented.
God, you guys are doing terrible down there.
OMA each removed the patient's representatives a month ago and still unfilled. Yes, we were talking about. I heard Summer talking about that the other night.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right.
But at least she came and joined your side. Now she's over and you guys talking with spilling the beans.
Yeah, absolutely. So she's
but you're always active. That being said, but if you smoke weed, it's in your system for 30 days or something, especially if you're fat like the big guy over here.
Only if you get caught, Big Frank.
So, us bigger guys, we have it worse, but and then if we have a higher tolerance for smoking more, so it's if it's a matter of testing us by blood, and we're screwed. We're fucked no matter what. But I've heard they're coming out with a different type of test, but I don't know nothing. I'm just a stone puppet over here.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you had smoked before, if you'd smoked like the day before and it's still in your system and they want to do a test, like, then if you're not intoxicated, like, how can you charge somebody for that?
Yeah, well, yeah, right. If I smoke every day because it's my medicine, and I have the God-given right to take my medicine and help my people. Who's got a helicopter landing?
Whoa.
God. We got EMS on scene.
Nice.
You are right.
This is like Rambo.
Get down, everybody, get down. I will be back. I'm sorry.
What the hell was that?
Aviva's having lunch in the
Get to
park.
the chopper, my God.
That was cool.
Somebody on the other side of the phone. I'll be at the chopper. Somebody needs.
That's her ride home.
Come with me to live in California.
Derek Collins from Omaha, Nebraska. Jeff and Mo. Oh, these are right for you guys. Well, went right at you. Do you believe the hearings represented a fair debate, or was the room tilted against cannabis before testimony even began? Now, I want you fellas to know that, these questions came in over the last week or so. So they don't, I'm just reading them off. I don't, I'm sure we've already answered. And our good friend Blue may have a follow-up question I see there.
I have. It's not a follow-up, but it's a question I thought of. How does exactly rescheduling affect what you guys do?
Drugs?
No, lab testing.
Oh, lab testing. I'm sorry. I'll talk.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Austin's here. Everybody, welcome in Austin. Thank you for being here.
Hey,
Yeah.
Austin.
Frank, they're coming. Run. You'll be all right, Big Frank. Bleezy, we're gonna have to talk about PTSD. Shit, me and you will.
Who's they?
Yeah, so that to an earlier point, that's something that I figured would be another qualifying medical condition is PTSD, because like I know a fair amount of military veterans that use cannabis to control their PTSD and anxiety. And to me,
I am a severe PTSD person, and I use my PTSD daily.
Cops.
And I want to know what kind of research they've done into traumatic brain injuries and what kind of help or negative it may have on TBIs, because that's something very important to my life as well.
Well, I'll tell you, I know a personal experience, not me personally, but I know the fellow who I trust to tell me the truth, and he says it helps him with his.
I'll tell you the truth every time.
What?
I said I'm sitting right here next to you, buddy, and I'll tell you.
Well, it ain't you.
What?
It ain't you. Because I might make two people.
See? All right. See, at least maybe. All right. Are we going on here? We got to move on. I don't know where we left off.
I think you asked how the DEA or the rescheduling kind of changes lab testing. So go ahead, Jeff.
Right. Omaha, Nebraska. Was the
Florida.
Was the room tilted against before the testimony even began?
Yeah, so honestly, we don't really know how it changes the testing just yet. I can say though, I think that like if the scientists and other people that were doing the studies had like legitimate concerns and legitimate things that they addressed, then that's great. And I hope that we come up with things that provide more safety for patients. But also, it seems a little bit doubtful that we'll get much good out of something when the conversation is so one-sided,
Yeah. All right, we're gonna run our commercials real quick.
Yeah.
When we come back, I'm sure
Commercials.
we got commercials. Got to pay the bills somehow. That being said, when we come back, what I want is, I know you have some stuff I'm sure you want to talk about, and my questions over here are probably just getting repetitive and annoying. We are going to move on to a new section. It's called Schedule 3 Real Progress. So we're going to be talking about whether it's real progress. But if you have stuff you want to talk about, we'll talk about that when we get back, and then we'll go back into my questions. That being said, I want to thank everybody. Please go out, click that little thumbs up thing, like, subscribe, and keep chatting. Everybody chatting in that chat over there is just helping. We appreciate
Sorry
it.
for the helicopters here.
Oh, it's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, we felt like having flashbacks. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Welcome to the shop where the colors come alive. Collectors dream and memories shine like fireworks in the sky. Stacked to the ceiling with stories in light. Magic in the air when the toys play at night. Robots spinning, Game Boys flashing, action figures strike a pose. Barbie's got her sunglasses on, G.I. Joe's in hero mode. Arcade lights and vintage signs, glowing warm and bright. Everybody smiles when the toys play at night. Race cars roaring down the aisle like thunder and chrome. Furbies waking up like they just found home. Every shelf's a treasure map, everything feels right. Step into the wonder when the toys play at night.
Hi.
munchies, trippy friends, and stash jars are some of the gifts you'll find here at lovenugbuds.com for a unique gift for your 420 friend. Love Nug Buds will have what you want in the end.
Hippiebuttons.com, hippiebuttons.com. Go check out hippiebuttons.com, WTHC radio and hippiebuttons.com. Gonna love the buttons, amazing, starting at $3. Much love, hippiebuttons.com. Yes, hippiebuttons.com. Shit. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. That was amazing. The commercials were amazing. I love them. Shh. Don't make it awkward. Somebody say something.
Who can't hear?
Can't hear.
I said, who can't?
Oh, I can.
I'm sure it's somebody.
I hear that amazingness. Hippiebuttons.com.
All right.
Everybody's still here.
Here we are.
Jeff, do you have anything you wanted to speak about? Aviva left. Viva Las Vegas. Let me kick her from the studio.
Bong water. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the place that we kind of left off was like, what kind of effects is it going to have on the lab testing side? And kind of as I said, I don't really know yet. And I think it sounds like everybody kind of has the same question about like equal representation, and that is just something that definitely did not happen at this meeting at all. But also, like I was saying, the DEA was basically saying like, we're going to reschedule this. So there's certain topics that are not up for debate. We just want to know what kind of potential harms and other things that there could be from it. And that's just kind of where we're at right now.
Right.
So.
Sorry, I'm reading these guys writing over here. Ronnie got beat at the Eagles concert, man. That ain't right. Aviva's always eating and making me hungry. I agree, Ronnie. I agree. Frank says, tell him the hippie sent you. Right. At hippiebuttons.com. Tell him the hippie sent you.
Yeah.
And it is storming here. It is storming like crazy here in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
All right, moving on then. We're going to move on. Amanda from Cleveland, Ohio. Amanda Foster, for anybody that lives in Ohio.
Frank Nettles always makes me want Nettles tea.
Frank Nettles always wants you to make Nettles tea. Yeah. Have Nettles tea. Anyway, Amanda Foster, Cleveland, Ohio. Is Schedule 3 a meaningful step forward, or is it the government simply admitting cannabis has medical value without fixing prohibition?
I mean, to me, it sounds like they actually are saying that it did have a potential medical benefit. So
we have a class action lawsuit against them for years and years of withholding that from us.
Right. Yeah, but now they're saying that there are definitely different potential medical benefits to, like as I was saying, as anorexia, nausea, and chronic pain. So, like, they are saying that it is.
So wait a minute. I have a song, and it's the girls, Garfunkel and Oates. And they sing about all the different ailments that you can get your weed. It's called Weed Card. Look them up. Anyway, I mean, I know it's a song, but I mean, all that stuff was on there. They just took this list and cut it back down to 3 things are okay to get high with, and that's it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's so far from like all the things that I've heard. I know that those are the 3 qualifying conditions that they're giving it so far. So
anxiety no more.
That's what they have tested it and it's worked for, correct?
I don't even know that it's actually been well tested. So the study that I heard went on for 10 months.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's plenty of time.
I always have a lack of faith whenever the government is like now allowing something that the vast majority of the community is known for like a long time has medicinal benefits. So it's like they could have done this research like decades ago, right? And then now they're okay. Now they're like, oh, let's move it to Schedule 3. I have a very much lack of faith that it's really for patients and it's not for certain economic vested interests like pharmaceutical companies or Philip Morris finally going, we can make an avenue after this because cigarettes are maybe dying.
Word right there.
Yeah.
You said the secret word. Philip Morris, all the other ones, big tobacco for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed with the whole Schedule 3 thing is legislators and senators, they still say marijuana is not medical cannabis. And they even say it's like a different plant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like they say hemp is medical cannabis. It's just confusing. It's just babble on.
Say
Right,
what?
but it's just
That's
it's
what I was
semantics.
going to say. It's the carrot. They hang it out in front of us, and they just make us chase
But I mean,
it
the
around,
truth is that it really
looking
is
like
hard to get the low
fools.
THC medicine.
looking like a bunch of puppets chasing
Yeah,
around
because the market's heavy for THC. Yeah, the market's
resemble that.
the miseducated market is chasing after THC rather than a lot of other cannabinoids that could be beneficial for sure. I have a total lack of faith. There's vested interest, economic, and now politicians or legislators are okay with it means that there's somebody else that's looking to capitalize on it by probably pushing out small players. That's kind of our hope with like a national market, us being a transparent lab. If the market actually does go national and they actually try to do the right thing, then branding and genuineness and authenticity is key, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
The chasing the dollars in the long run. Hopefully people see through that shit.
I got a lot more questions.
I think Hippie's talking, but he's muted.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, only I can't.
You can't hear me?
I hear you.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Aviva. I can't jump out. That being said, Trevor Williams, Phoenix, Arizona, could Schedule 3 make
I'll have to jump out and in again.
research? I'm talking. Could schedule. I'm just kidding.
We can't hear you.
I know. Could Schedule 3 make cannabis research easier and finally give doctors better information about dosage, interaction, and long-term effects?
I mean, I think that's supposed to be the plan there. That doctors will have more freedom to be able to prescribe, to have medical research that's able to be done, and kind of learn what all the potential positive effects are from it. But that's what's been limited for so long.
Yeah,
You know, someone. Go on.
No, go ahead.
Well, someone recently came out. We've been talking about this for years, especially Reverend Wright in Atlanta, who traveled to Ethiopia to get the recipe. But this one Bible guy said it was 333 AD. They changed the definition of cannabism to sweet. I forget the name of it, but it's coming out that it's actually cannabis, and it's in a lot of recipes in the Bible for healing.
Oh. Yeah, we've heard this before too.
Yeah, cannabis flower. Yeah.
Cannabosom?
Or bosom or blossom. Yeah.
I like bosom.
But in that whole spiel, he's like, it's not marijuana, it's cannabis.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Michael
Semantics.
Grant. I'm sorry. What?
Oh, I just said semantics.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I skipped Nicole Harris too. Nicole Harris from Tampa, Florida. Would rescheduling encourage more hospitals and universities to participate in cannabis research without fearing federal consequences?
I believe it does.
I do think that that's the intent of it overall, is to, like, when it's not federally illegal, that people could actually be using these as more natural and alternative medicines. So currently we have workplace restrictions, like if you work for the federal government or state governments, where you're not supposed to be using these products, or else you can get fired. or
Sorry,
other-
sorry.
I'm a fireman. I know that sound. I hear that sound.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
We're gonna have an action movie here today.
We got helicopters coming.
Ooh,
There's something bad going on. You might want to get in the car.
you
And
might want to run.
Yeah. That being said, go ahead, Jeff. Sorry, the ambulances and fire trucks threw me off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do think that's kind of the overall thing is that hospitals and other people could
Have Jeffrey disappear. Yeah.
Yeah, I think intent of
Well
having more
said.
people have access to do research would create more data points and more research being done. The rough part for me is there's plenty of research done on other pharmaceutical drugs that don't necessarily correlate well to long-term health. So I'm a skeptic in having like a lack of faith that maybe all the data points and everything else maybe doesn't actually lend to better research or better medicine, because we already have that currently with legal pharmaceutical drugs that we know don't have good long-term health implications and can create more problems in people's bodies. So,
Las Vegas. Viva Las
Oh hell,
I think we're falling apart here.
you ain't lying.
We're falling apart here.
Oh hell, there went Mo.
We're falling apart. Is anybody out there?
I'm here.
Hello.
Remove Mo. Mo, get out. Okay.
What happened?
He's still here, actually. It says Mo's still here. I
He's
don't know.
on the road again.
Yeah, sorry guys. I just got hired for a Tai Chi class at a community center. So
Congratulations.
That's
so
awesome.
it's the same time. Like I couldn't, I have to find a place close to there where I can jump on and use Wi-Fi.
In Tai Chi. Is
Right.
Panera near there. Wagwan, Sean, good afternoon. Good evening to everybody out there. Thank you so much. I got more questions. You ready? Michael Grant from Denver, Colorado. If the government recognizes accepted medical use, how can patients still be treated like criminals under federal law?
Yeah, so I guess during this transition period, they're trying to figure out what to do with all of that. But there's still people that are locked up for, like low-level drug charges, use of cannabis and other things. And honestly, I mean, we just don't think people should have ever been locked up for that. So,
I agree with that.
Yeah, as far as like when they're going to do something about it, or if they're going to do something about it, that's to be determined.
Our friend Fancy out in the crowd here says, so where do we find hope or resolve for this issue?
I think becoming a legislator yourself.
And your voting practices, yeah.
I have a very hard time reading, you guys. I want to thank you
Yeah.
for holding your comments until my third grade reading level makes it through here. So where do we find hope or resolve for this issue? What can we be doing on our end? Emailing and calling state reps or federal agencies? This is the stuff I warned about each state's language in. All right, now you guys can go. I'm sorry. I didn't read it. You guys read much faster than me.
Wow.
I like her idea of opening up a lab, but also she could run for office.
Good run for office.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a bad choice to potentially run for an office. We definitely need more people in there that actually care and that will listen to other sides of the story,
Oh, well.
Window, Mo, window.
Oh, I'll just mute myself.
All right. Sarah Kim from Seattle, Washington. Could Schedule 3 eventually help cannabis become more accepted by doctors who are currently afraid to discuss it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's kind of what the less risky it is.
I'm very blessed or whatever, but all of my doctors have been fairly cool with the whole situation, like My primary care was good with it. All the other doctors I've had to go see because of my weight loss surgery,
Yeah.
all down
What
there.
what do you guys suggest if a doctor reaches out to any of us? Like I've had some doctors reach out to me to help educate their patients, but I know they have a budget for it. You know what I mean? It's like how are we going to bridge that gap? I mean, I know some people are professional cannabis consultants. I honestly think it's herbalists. I don't know. It's weird.
That it is.
I feel like they need to get like certified in herbalism, the cannabis doctors, because there's like even that cannabism recipe, it's mixed with cinnamon and cloves and
She said bosom.
Isn't that what Dr. Kirk is?
Dr. Riley Kirk.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, she's the chem. She's a chemist. Never mind.
yeah, something like that. Cannabis.
I don't know.
Lovely, lovely young lady. Go check her out, Dr. Riley Kirk. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sure with some of those recipes with clove and whatever else, it's probably affecting cofactors to enhance some of the effects, right? So you might be right on that and getting more expert opinions on herbalists. But my whole thing is just it's rough because everyone can be paid to swing.
Yeah, but don't you think
narratives.
like herbalists weren't allowed to learn about that shit either when they were in school and
well,
becoming
that's
herbalists?
exactly what I'm saying is that also the herbalism has been suppressed. And like if you look at laws in Tennessee, it's like they straight up made like some other natural forms of medicine illegal. And so that's why we're feeling this very weird takeover, not only of cannabis, but it's like a gateway takeover to our alternative medicines.
Hello,
Because-
Mama D.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Mama D. Everybody.
Yeah, and
laws and regulations that don't serve the best interest of truth.
what I say is
it's an
if
absolute hypocrisy.
if insurance isn't paying for medical cannabis, it doesn't belong in
It doesn't have any
in
say.
their hands. Yeah.
It doesn't
I mean,
have
if they
any
still
say.
have to pay out of pocket for all of it,
Absolutely. I agree.
then
I
why
mean,
do
I'm
they have
willing to
control
pay
over
my
it?
copay up until my copay's paid, but then after that, it should be covered.
I think
Because
that's criminal to
if
call
they're
it
in it-
medicine without insurance for it.
absolutely. I like
And
the
will
way you
Schedule
speak
3
on that.
change that? I think that's the most important question.
Yeah. I don't think that's on my list, but we can ask Jeff if you want.
I'm sure the pharmaceutical companies want that. I'm sure they want the subsidized and as long as they can sell it.
Yeah, but then there's so many bads to that whole thing because I don't want the pharmacy
I
taking
agree.
care
Well,
of it either. I'm nervous about the government
when,
control of my medicine.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
Well, they're not allowed. I mean, that's the weird thing is like you
Well,
cannot
they're
have
not
the
allowed
plant.
to change the name of the Kennedy Center either, but some of us just go and do whatever the hell we want to do. You know, and now that I've learned this, and it's on both sides, it's not just that dumbass, it's both sides. They do whatever the fuck they want. If it's bad and we're sitting here and we're begging for it to be better, please, the blue side is begging, we're gonna take care of it. We're gonna take care of it. And as soon as they become in charge, all of a sudden we forgot to take care of it. We forgot to take care of it. Nobody took care of it. And then it gets passed back to the red side. And then they say, oh my God, we're going to take care. And we're the dumbasses
they
here.
scheduled it anyway.
We're the ones chasing the carrot down the road, playing their game like dumbasses.
We're debating about eating a turd sandwich or a shit burger.
Right.
It's like a
And
building.
they're
I
just-
want my piece of shit with a hamburger bun and some sesame seeds.
Right.
It's like
Right.
cool.
On a grill.
I like
wrapped
mine on
in
white bread.
lettuce.
Great.
I
whatever.
want mine just with lettuce. I'm on a diet, so I want mine with just shit and lettuce.
I mean, the political parties are like builders. It's like, okay, we'll take care of it, but pay us $1 million.
Yeah, no, they just sit back and laugh. I've heard that they actually have bars. When we were working to try to fight for Ohio in the Capitol building, they have like a huge bar and they all just sit and hang out after or before their meetings and they get trashed and talk about how stupid we are as humans. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
talking
guys-
about
You
themselves.
guys, we're puppets. You guys they're talking about.
Well, that's obviously not a labor of love because when you do a labor of love, you just like keep working.
Well, that's what I thought.
Their love is money.
Yeah. And the fact that they can work forever and then then hand off to whoever, whatever they want to do afterwards and whatever else. We are not a political show. Where the hell are we going with this? We're talking about marijuana. Let me get back to it.
We're trying to.
George Patterson from Buffalo, New York. Oh, I skipped Melissa. We'll go back to Melissa. George Patterson from Buffalo, New York. Will doctors need special federal regulations before they can recommend or prescribe cannabis products?
I mean, yeah,
They should.
probably.
Sure.
I know that there's some. I know that there's some programs out there right now. I know that there's some. I don't know if they're like college courses or whatnot, but there are definitely some higher education courses that are focused in on cannabis and I think patient services and prescribing it. So maybe those will become more prevalent. Maybe there will be more access to education on those ends, and hopefully that'll help with kind of some of the education part that we complained about.
I wish there was a way that we could create. Maybe Jeff and I. Jeff, you do the work. I will help take credit for it.
Okay.
We could create a continuing education that people could follow and watch and stay and come to us and say, you know what, this week's episode is about blah blah blah, and we're gonna sit and you're just gonna talk for an hour and teach these people so they have an opportunity to learn what they need to know to become educated consumers. And while we're at it, of course, I mean, this is kind of what we're doing, but we get all talky, or I do anyway.
Right.
And you know, but shut up over there, Blue.
All right.
That being said, you see him, you're picking up what I'm putting down. Something, you know, something to teach and educate, because still I don't feel like I'm a complete educated consumer, and I know more than most, you know, everyday shoppers when they go in there, you know, because of what I do. I learn every day.
Well, if everyone went to herbalism school, they would learn about extractions, which is basically what they're creating with cannabis, is how to extract the herb in all these different ways.
Maybe we can get our friend Aviva and Scribbles to teach a free herbalist school for all of us folks.
Well, I'm not certified. We could partner with like legit herbalists.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's something that we could talk about and have them help us learn. That would be amazing. Is there any herbalists out there? If there are any herbalists interested in working with us and talking about this, please hit us up.
I consider myself an herbalist.
I believe I have a friend that is a certified herbalist. I may ask her if you guys don't have anyone else in mind.
Oh, no, I don't have anybody in mind. I mean, we're just coming up with this as we're going, but I mean, it's all stuff that's going to help. Or could help, or is in the right path.
Because the thing that brings it to harmony and balance is that when an herbalist looks at you, she doesn't just look at the herb. She looks at, okay, how are you sleeping? How are you eating? What is your life like? What are your environmental toxins? You know, that's what herbalism is about. It's about the environment either making you sick or making you healthy. And it's like the whole person. It's not just about cannabis.
To sneak some voodoo in on me over here, young lady.
No, don't. That makes it harder when you say things like that.
Reiki by the time I'm done over here.
No, that invalidates what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I'm just saying. I'm just busting your chops.
You know, because it's not mysterious. I mean, that's like similar to the energy of burning the witches. You know, they're trying to make it like this weird woo-woo voodoo thing, but it's really just so natural and so normal.
The thing that pisses me off the most is that it could be growing in my yard naturally. I don't know why it doesn't. I would love for it to happen magically. But anyway, I mean, how do they regulate? How do they tell us what we can and can't grow in our yard? It just drives me nuts. And my state is not getting any closer to being able to let me do the gardening that I can do anyway. But you know what I mean? Like, it's getting further away from what I'm understanding over here in PA. Good talk, Jeff. Nice seeing you as usual.
Well, I think if you become a caretaker, you can grow it.
I'm not. We don't have caretakers here in Pennsylvania.
Like in Michigan?
Well, yeah, I would love to be a caretaker and grow for me.
I can't hear you. It's 5 o'clock. I'm going out.
I'm gone, huh?
Yeah, Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to.
Everybody's out
with your license. You're only allowed to buy from a dispensary, correct?
Yeah, we only are allowed to buy from a dispensary, and it's shit most of the time. I don't want to.
That's definitely one way Oklahoma did get it right. In certain ways.
But I was a huge, all about bringing in, rec as well. I want all of my friends to enjoy, but now I've learned so much about how unhealthy the medicine is. I don't even want my friends to enjoy because I'm concerned for their health. I'm concerned for my own health, and I'm a medical patient. I'm thinking I'm getting clean, quality medicine, and I'm over here getting handed bags of containers of shit.
I really think the only way is to have religious freedom, to grow our own.
I say I agree.
The laws are already there. The laws are already there. We just have to use them.
Yeah. We talked about a Canna church or whatever. Yeah.
We love you too, Fancy. We're wrapping up over here too. We got to get out of here. I got a fancy date with
dinner time.
Got a fancy date with Pants. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. I still have a million questions over here. I think I'm supposed to read this goodbye as well. Well, everybody, that brings us to the end of another Stuffed and Uncensored. We could probably do another section on this, Jeff, if you wanted to do it. I got another 25 questions still here, getting into the deeper as we go,
Sure, and that might give us a little more time to listen in on this topic a little bit more and see if there's anything else that we can find out also.
Absolutely. Let me know when you're listening in. Maybe I'll listen in as well.
Me too.
Well, everybody, that brings us to the end of another Stuffed and Uncensored, the show where puppets are stuffed, the hosts are toasted, and the truth never gets filtered. A huge thank you to my incredible co-host, Bondwater Blue, Aviva, Scribbles. Where were you today, buddy?
I didn't bring him to work with me.
Oh, he had the day off. Jeff
Time out.
For another timeout. Is that what you said?
Scribbles is in timeout. Yep.
Oh, he's in
He's a good boy.
Tell him he gets a strike. And Mo for another honest, important, and unforgettable conversation. Thank you to everybody that's out there watching, to all of our listeners tuned in on WTHC Radio through Live 365 and TuneIn. Your likes, your shares, your comments, and continued support mean more to us than you know. Please keep asking questions, keep speaking up, keep fighting to make sure patients are never forgotten. Until the next time, stay informed, stay lifted, take care of each other, and somebody please find my damn lighter. This is the hippie saying good night from Stuffed and Uncensored. For patients, my patients. See you next time. We're out.
Appreciate you, hippie.
Pete, love you guys. I love you all.
Appreciate you, Blue. Appreciate you,
Thank you guys all for coming.
Love you guys.
Hippie Buttons.
HippieButtons.com.
Hippie Buttons.
Love you, Mo. Jeff.
Good
Blue.
one, Mo.
Thanks, guys.
I think they loved it. I can't find the outro. There it is.
No script, no rules, just jokes on blast. Stories flying way too fast. If you're bored, well, not no more. 'Cause here we go at 4 o'clock sharp. You hear that knock? That's the fun at the door. Tuesday at 4, yeah, we